There's a hard problem with AI-generated videos right now. Audio and rhythm are difficult to keep stable. As soon as you extend the clip a bit, the voice starts to drift, the music cuts out, and the overall pacing falls apart. This is something my previous pipeline didn't fully solve either. So this time, I'm not touching the visuals. I'm focusing only on the audio layer. On top of the existing system, I added two modules, Fish Audio S2 and Sony Woosh. Everything else stays the same workflow, the same compute, all running locally on my PC. The goal this time is simple. If we only improve audio and rhythm, how much does the overall result change? Hello, welcome to Smart Vision. On this channel, I keep sharing the latest AI tutorials and practical tools. All workflows, materials, and resources from this video are on my Patreon and are available to download after you register. For supporters, I provide extra professional tools and deeper guides. If you like this content, consider subscribing and supporting the channel. Now let's get started. Going forward, I want to make more videos like this, things that are actually useful. I'm not sure what you think, because just covering new models all the time can get a bit repetitive. Most of the time, it's just slightly better scores or minor improvements, and there's not much to talk about unless a model is truly exceptional. So if you enjoy this kind of content, let me know and drop a like, so I know this is something you want to see more of. Thanks. So what technologies are actually used in this workflow? We've already solved the visuals. The next big problem is audio. One of the biggest issues in AI videos is this. Every line a character speaks sounds like a different person. One moment it sounds like this person, the next moment it's someone else. It completely breaks immersion. So in this workflow, I use the S2 technology from Fish Audio to lock the character's voice. You can provide a reference voice, and it will maintain that character's vocal identity. It also supports multiple languages. The key point is, no matter how long your sequence is, the voice stays consistent. The tone is stable, the delivery is continuous, even subtle details like breathing remain consistent. This is actually critical, because once the voice becomes stable, the character starts to feel like a real person instead of something stitched together. In other words, this is the step where AI characters gain real identity. The second technology I'm most excited about is Woosh. This is a brand new system released by Sony. At its core, it's not a traditional sound library, it's a sound effects foundation model. In simple terms, it learns one thing: what kind of sound should match a given visual or text. Under the hood, it uses multimodal alignment and diffusion-based generation, allowing it to generate sound effects directly from text or video. It's very powerful, and also lightweight. It supports both text-to-sound and video-to-sound. In the past, we had to manually search for sound effects, align them on the timeline, and tweak them repeatedly. But now, this workflow can directly understand what's happening in the scene and generate sound automatically. When there's fast motion, it generates the corresponding air movement sound. When objects collide, it produces appropriate impact sounds. This isn't physical simulation, it's the model learning the relationship between motion and sound. And none of this requires something like an A100. I tested everything on a 16GB VRAM GPU, and the whole process runs smoothly. That's the advantage of local compute. Full control, no recurring cost, and everything stays on your machine. We need to install comfyui. If you have an NVIDIA GPU, search for comfyui on Google, open the site, and download the appropriate version. If you have an AMD GPU, download the AMD portable version of comfyui from the comfyui GitHub page. After downloading, extract it, and it will be ready to use. I'm only giving a brief demonstration here because I don't have an AMD GPU and haven't tested it myself. Also note that some comfyui custom nodes may not support AMD GPUs, so keep that in mind. Next is installing Ollama. Search for Ollama on Google, open the official page, and download the appropriate version for your system. After installation, select Gemma 4E4B here, and send it a simple "Hello" to start the download. Then go to the settings page, enable Expose Ollama to Network, and increase the context length. Then install Woosh, Fish Audio S2, and the latest KJ nodes. Just open extensions, search for them, and download. You'll also need to download their models. I've organized all the links for convenience, just follow the instructions. After everything is installed, restart comfyui. The final step is simple. Download the node I developed, comfyui Smart Vision, place it into the custom nodes folder, restart comfyui, and open the workflow I provide. All related nodes and workflow files are organized and will be available on Patreon. This workflow can generate long multi-shot videos from prompts while maintaining character consistency, voice consistency, and BGM continuity. It's structured into 7 parts: user input, script generation, image generation, video generation, memory management, character voice, and background music. Some parts were covered in previous videos, so if you've seen them, you can skip ahead. First is user input. You only need to provide a few basics: character reference image, prompt, video length, number of shots, and FPS. This is the starting point of the system. Next is the core, script and storyboard generation. The key node here is Alama Script Planner. It generates 3 things at once: character setup, full storyboard, and overall style. You can define language, style, realistic, steampunk, etc., and the model, in my case, Gemma 4. Essentially, this is where Gemma 4 acts as the director. Then comes Shot Selector, which extracts the required data for each shot, prompt, duration, and whether a character is present. If you're running many shots, you can use Shot Auto Index to automatically increment shot numbers. Next is image generation, with an important optimization: only run the necessary branch. If there's no character, use Flux Text to Image. If there is, use Qwen Image Edit to integrate the character into the scene. If you know a better local model, feel free to share. The image routing switch node handles lazy routing, meaning only the required path is executed, saving compute. For shot continuity, I use Get Previous Shot Image to pass the last frame of the previous shot into the next one. Combined with automatically generated continuity descriptions, this keeps visuals consistent in lighting, clothing, and atmosphere. If it's the first shot, it falls back to the reference image. For video generation, I use LTX 2.3, which can generate both video and audio. Memory management is handled by Shot Memory Flush, which clears VRAM after each shot to prevent issues. Finally, create video and save video output the final MP4. The new parts are character voice and advanced BGM. Character voice uses Fish Audio S2 to generate consistent voices based on dialogue and reference audio. Advanced BGM builds on Woosh, adding whole story BGM planner and BGM shot slice, allowing AI to generate a full-length soundtrack and slice it per shot, avoiding abrupt transitions. Now, testing. I prepared 3 simple tests. Let's look at the results. First, walking while talking. The character speaks while walking, then suddenly starts running. Here we're testing 2 things: whether the voice remains stable and whether the audio keeps up with the motion. Listen carefully.
The schematics prove it, Silas.
But the risk is too great, Alara.
We have no choice now.
Okay, what do you think? Personally, I feel the character's voice is consistent. The BGM is generally continuous, but on the S2V side of LTX 2.3, the volume levels aren't well balanced yet, so that still needs optimization. The motion is acceptable, but the scene transitions are still a bit abrupt. This is mainly because Qwen Image Edit 2511 isn't handling scene consistency well during image generation, so this part still needs a proper solution. Second, indoor dialogue. The character is speaking, and suddenly a door slams shut behind them. This is where many AI systems break.
The harmonic resonance suggests a fundamental flaw in the primary.
Okay, it still broke, and the transition feels very abrupt. This part is still a failure. Alright, the results are still not ideal. The scene transitions especially need significant improvement. In the previous episode, some people suggested using the last frame as a reference, or even using the last frame as the first frame of the next shot. This works if the scene is continuous, but when there's an actual scene change, it still feels quite abrupt. I'll need to explore better solutions. If you have any good ideas, feel free to share them. That's it for this episode. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. All resources will be shared on Patreon. and the technical details will be available for members. If you're interested, feel free to support. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.